Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to another video here on the Career Mode channel, and we're back for another FIFA 23 video, but less the FIFA 23 video and more of, I know you guys that watch this, a lot of y'all are Manchester United fans. It's a Manchester United Career Mode, and today I want to almost not really focus too much on the Career Mode and give my thought on Cristiano Ronaldo's situation. If you guys don't know, yesterday Spurs lost to Manchester United 2-0, and as the game was happening around the 89th minute, Cristiano Ronaldo walked off the field and refused to be subbed in pretty much, and now he's being kicked off the team, right? Listen, I believe there's three parties that are extremely wrong in this situation, and smash a big old thumbs up if you enjoy these football talks, but I really want to do this video with you guys and kind of give my insight on what I think of the Cristiano Ronaldo situation. There's three people that are wrong. Ronaldo is in the wrong. 10, who's the manager, is in the wrong. And who's in the wrong the most, in my opinion, is the owners of Manchester United. And a lot of people won't agree with me on this, but I believe they're the biggest problem. And I think that a lot of people have known the owners of Manchester United are the problem at Manchester United. But through this situation, we have now noticed 100% it's the owners that are messing up Manchester United right now. So let me give my opinion, man. Let me give my thoughts behind why I say that. Listen, Cristiano Ronaldo is acting like a child. Cristiano Ronaldo is acting the way you should never act when you're 37 years old and been in this game for so long. I get that you are considered one of the GOATs. I get that you have broken all kinds of records, and I understand that you deserve to be playing. With that being said, he asked to leave, and the manager clearly knew Ronaldo was not going to be in his plans. So the owners knew this. The problem is the owners kept him around because of money, because of the money he brings in, the shirt sales, the brand deals. The money that he brings in was more valuable to Manchester United owners than what the product is being put on the field. So for years, we wondered why Manchester United stuck with Paul Pogba, stuck with this guy, stuck with that guy, now stuck with Cristiano Ronaldo. Because what Manchester United owners care about is how many shirts they sell a year, if they can do good brand deals with a player. It seems like this is what they only care about, stardom and not the product on the field. Because this Ronaldo situation is so toxic for the locker room, because Ronaldo is yes, causing it, but it's being caused by the fact that 10 knew he wasn't in the plans and they should have let him go. And a lot of people will say, well, he wanted to go to a Champions League team, and that's why they couldn't move him. And I tell you this, if the ownership and the manager sat down with him and said, yo, you are not playing this season unless it's like for 5 to 10 minutes, I guarantee you Ronaldo would have left. He would have went back to his childhood team, Sporting. Because at that point, playing football would be more important than even playing at a high Champions League team. So at the end of the day, this entire situation was done poorly between 10 and between the ownership. Because the ownership needs to back their manager 100%. When the manager says he needs these players, they want these players, and this is the formation he's running, and these are the players he needs, the owners, when you hire this man, need to back this man. And if this man says Ronaldo's not in the plans, you should have not hired him if you wanted to keep Ronaldo, or you should listen to what he says and get rid of Ronaldo. Because you know there is certain players that usually cause problems when they don't get their way. We've seen it with Cristiano. We've seen it with Mbappe. We've seen it with Neymar in the past. I'm not saying Neymar's a troublemaker. I'm just saying we've seen it with him when he wanted to leave Barcelona. He got in a fight with Nelson Smith, with a lot of bad stuff when he was leaving Barca. We've seen it with certain players. So you know this kind of behavior can happen with Cristiano if he's not getting his way. Why did you keep him? What made you think that he was gonna be okay to ride the bench and play Europa League? That doesn't make any sense, especially when you're 37 years old. So someone dropped the ball. Now, Ronaldo, I am not defending you, because you should have walked out there and high-fived Bruno Fernandes. You should have high-fived Rashford, because those boys just put in a shift in Old Trafford and made the fans happy. And at the end of the day, football is about the fans. The fans were happy with the performance Manchester United put out there on the field. So you walk out there and you clap the boys and you clap the fans. And when you get back in that locker room, you tell 10, yo, I'm not happy. You need to let me go because I don't want to be here no more. I need to leave. Don't do this to me no more. Otherwise, I'm not playing for you guys. And that's how you deal with it. But instead of everyone speaking of this amazing performance Manchester United put in against Spurs, they're talking about how Ronaldo left with 2 minutes left in the game. And this is a distraction to what they're trying to achieve, which is top 4, top 5, top 3, whatever. It's a distraction. It's a massive distraction. And it's not just caused by Ronaldo. It's caused by the toxicity of the owners and the toxicity of this new manager. Because when you're 10, you either need to tell Ronaldo, yo, dude, listen, you're not in the plans. And I might sub you in for 2 minutes. If you're not happy with this, let's not even bring you to the game. You need to be a man about it and be straight up with Ronaldo. You can't sub in a 37-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo who's considered one of the GOATs of this sport with 2 minutes left. You can't do that to him. That's disrespectful. You can't do that to Messi. You can't do that to Ronaldo. You can't do that. These players earned the ability to not do that, bro, because they've given this sport so much. For years, they've given this sport so much, you know? And to do that to Cristiano is not okay, especially what he's done for your club in the past. Winning a Ballon d'Or with you guys, winning Champions League with you guys. The things he done for this club, it's not the way to do them, in my opinion. So, at the end of the day, I think this is what needs to happen. I think the owners need to get together with Ronaldo and 10 and be like, this is it. Ronaldo, next game, you're going to come out to the fans, you're going to clap the fans, and we are cutting your contract. That's it. You've done your job. Thank you for everything you've given Manchester United. It's clearly over. We're going to cut your contract, and you can sign for whoever you want to sign for. This is the way it should go. This is the way it should have gone. Because at this point in Ronaldo's career, you're not going to make money off of him. The money time on Ronaldo is done. That part's over. You're not going to make money on Cristiano. That time has come and gone. So now we're in a place where I personally think the only way to go about it is to cut the contract. And to every Manchester United fan that watches this, you have to see that your owners do not care about your club. They do when it comes to the money it makes, but they do not care about this club when it comes to putting out a good performance on the field. And I say this because I've always wondered why they've never gotten away from their star players for years. For years, we saw them not get away from certain star players even though they weren't performing. And the reason it is because they know what they do for the club. They bring people to the stadium, which United is never going to have a problem filling seats. They sell jerseys, easy commercials, easy hype, and all this stuff is good for Manchester United as a company, but it's not good for Manchester United for what the fans want. And what the fans want is a performance on the field. What the fans want is what they saw last night against Spurs. What the fans don't want is to see a player they idolize now start to become the villain. I'll never forget this, bro. There's a saying in my favorite movie. Joker says it, right? And he says, you either live long, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain. And this is what's happening to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo is literally turning into a villain now. Everyone is forgetting everything Ronaldo did for United, did for Madrid, what he did for football, and he's starting to become a villain, right? He's starting to become a villain. You either die a hero or you become a villain, right? And listen, for me, I just think maybe Ronaldo's time has come and gone. That maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. And maybe that is what it is. But if that's what it is, you should have let him go. You should have just said, yo, Ronaldo, you're not part of the plans no more. We're cutting contracts. And both parties can come to an agreement to cut the contract. And that's what I think needs to happen. I think it's the best thing for Manchester United because I think this toxicity now, man, in all the papers and all the news all over the internet, instead of talking about how great of a performance Manchester United put in, how good of a shift they put in last night, we're talking about Ronaldo. We're talking about Ronaldo walking off. We're talking about Ronaldo being treated poorly. And you have 50% of people say he can't do that to Manchester United. Manchester United is bigger than the player, which I agree. Then you have the other ones that are saying Manchester United can't do this to the GOAT. I can't believe they're treating the GOAT like this. And I can see your side. I always say no player is bigger than a club. I always say that. But in this situation, the club is doing bad to their manager and to their player. It's just a bad situation, because if there is people in that locker room that are on Ronaldo's side, let's say Bruno and Dalot, and let's say the Brazilian players that speak Portuguese are on Ronaldo's side. Now they start to hate the manager, bro, and they start to turn on the manager, and now you're causing more toxicity. Yo, I'm your boy Skills. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I kind of wanted to just kind of talk about that. There will be a career mode episode up tomorrow. But I just want to kind of tell you how I feel about this Manchester United situation, because it's not a good situation. It's not a good situation for 10. It's not a good situation for Ronaldo, and it's definitely not a good situation for Manchester United. They should be focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is taking advantage of Chelsea's poor start, taking advantage of Liverpool's poor start, and trying to compete for top 3. That's what they should be doing. That's what they should be focusing on. But today we're focusing on kicking Ronaldo off the team. Guys, thank y'all for watching. Big thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know what you think about That's my football take. A lot of times my football takes are terrible, but that's what I think about the situation. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Manchester United cut the man's contract, man. Let him go, man. Doesn't matter if he signs for City, PSG, Chelsea. It doesn't matter. At this point, it ain't good for you. It ain't good for him. And it's definitely not good for 10, because this could end really bad for 10 if players start to turn on him. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. Catch you tomorrow. Love y'all.